My take is, if you could do something, then you should definitely do it. If you could be someone, then you should be the person that you could be. I have a little question, and here is my question. How many times do you turn while sleeping? How many times have you ever turned while sleeping? Maybe when you're having a nightmare, or you're having a good dream. I don't want to say what came to my mind, that was pretty soon. But anyway, I think turning is something that happens mostly, not just at night, not just in bed, but in life generally. But today we're not talking about life, later we're talking about sleep, now we're talking about bed. I'm here to talk about music. And music is special to me. I have testimonies, okay? I mean, I could go to a church and take up to an hour to talk about it. I am not just an enthusiast, I'm someone who has loved it so much. So for that passion and everything, I thought maybe I should talk about music. Maybe I should talk about the different turnover that I've experienced personally. But I thought to myself, how good are you in knowing about this music thing? I mean, my experience is obviously limited. I'm not doing it as a job, I'm just a consumer. Hey you, and welcome to another episode of YOUCOULDPOD. I'm your host, Viva. And on this episode, the topic is turnover. Turnover with what? Turnover with music. Today, I'm joined with the two persons that are into music. Yes. Is that the only way to say it? Is that the best way to say it? But I feel like they have way more experiences than just consuming it, than just being in it. So I have someone who writes and someone who raps, not just singing. So today I have with me Giddyup, ladies and gentlemen. And then I have DJ Henry. Hey, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so today we're talking about turnover. So when you hear turnover, what comes to mind? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word turnover?
Money. Money.
Money, right?
Money.
Money,
Just
right?
profit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, do something and then in return.
Long
money.
term.
Okay, but today we're not going to be talking about money.
Okay.
Because
Right.
yes, we are talking about something I think that I believe, I'm not going to use the word think, that I'm passionate about, and you are passionate about, and you're passionate about. Now, I've been privileged to have a little conversation with you guys before today, and it seems to be that this has been a toddler thing, both for you and you. You didn't know this, but yours was age 5.
Yeah.
During the birthday party. You guys are very similar. You don't know that yet, but please talk to me a little bit about what we already talked about. Let's tell us again about your first encounter and your decision to be a DJ.
Yeah. My first encounter was my birthday party, which I was 5, and it was being celebrated in a big way. There was a DJ, bouncing castle, everything.
Yeah,
So it was when then I said, I don't know, I have passion for this,
and you said
and and I would like to go into being a DJ.
at 5. At the age
Yeah.
of 5.
So yeah.
In Giddyup, it was the same thing for you. I mean, you got gifted piano. How did that go?
Yeah. It was a piano I got. So I would go and play it. But essentially it was my elder sister who used to sing. I used to hear her sing. She sings like Brandy.
Oh.
So that just caught me and I wanted to know more about this phenomenon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
Age-long dream.
For a long time.
And finally, it's into fusion.
Amen.
Yeah, I mean, it's up and coming, definitely. So, I mean, of course, we all have, because of environments, because of our family, because of where we are at time and point, music, the type of music we listen to, the type genre of music that we listen to somehow is being influenced by either our parents, either by our environment, our community at the time.
Yeah.
So what was it? What type of music was it? Did you get from, growing up? Was it an influence from your parents, or was it just the hood, growing up?
So it was both my parents and the hood.
Okay.
Yeah, because my dad is someone who loves music, and he always come back, play songs, so listen to what he plays. Then we go outside, boys coming out from the streets, we will join them, learn this, and then remember there's a phone that has recorder, we sing and record and listen to what we do.
Yeah.
That's how it is, yeah.
And and you almost the same story. When it's literally almost the same story for everybody, because you get influenced by what your parents or your environment picks up. So I mean, right now, you've been DJing for how long now?
I would just say close to just 10 years now.
Wow,
That's
almost
very,
a decade.
yeah, it's very long.
Wow.
He's a professional DJ.
I swear, definitely. It's been for a long time. And you told me a little bit about a risk that you took for yourself to invest in yourself. How did that go, if you don't mind?
And it went well, but the first risk was my family, which they knew. I said, like, they say, you're the first and you can't go and become a DJ. That is normal. I said, no, I'm not going for the money. I just want to do this. It's what I love. Then even my dad was angry. Then when I finally made it, was when I was in junior secondary school. You know, when you're done with your junior work now, there's a particular time you stay at home just to. So I decided to go and learn this dance, stay at home, sitting down. First I started wearing all these mascots, Mickey Mouse, Teletubbies, going for children's birthday.
Pictures, can we see something?
No. Then one day I took pictures and I told my boss then, because he was a DJ, but he had everything you need for your event. Please boss, I want to learn. He said, okay, and what I need is my time. I said, no, I have the time, I'm not going to school and I'm not doing any other thing. So then I was thinking, like, once I'll start playing and mixing. He said, no, you have to be folding the wires and carrying speakers. I did that for almost 3 months and I was angry, like, I'm not learning again.
Yeah, right.
He was not saying that I need to know the basic first, then so that I'll be strong. He said, okay, then time to time, he started teaching me with his laptop. That's how I became good. Then, if there's 2 or 3 events, say, you take one. Then I'll go. That's how I started.
GSS3. That's a long time. This was 5-year-old. You acquired this dream.
Yes.
You acquired your passion, and then GSS3, you actually started to practice it. Yeah, but for you, Giddyup, it's you've already gone to the competitive state. Yes. So I don't know if you guys know. Obviously, I don't think people know. In the year 2013, Nigerian Idol happened, and I believe it was the first season, right?
Nigerians Got Talent.
Oh, pardon. Nigerians Got Talent. I stand corrected. Nigerians Got, that was the first season, right? Yeah, so the first season of Nigerian Got Talent, Giddyup here, former Trinity, now Giddyup, was part of the Finalist group. This was the year that the very popular Amarachi dance, for people who know, Yeah, so you guys formed a group. It was a group of 5?
Yeah, 5 men.
5, yes, of course, 5 men. And you guys switched the lead role. It was something that was with you and then the next person, or was there someone who was always the lead?
It was always Greg. Greg was always the leader of the solos. It totally changed on the show when the instructor heard us sing. So she was like, you take the lead solo. That's how it changed. It was always Greg.
And then you did it.
Then I did it.
Hmm. So, I mean, before you guys decided to sing, I mean, tell me how cooperative you guys were. I mean, was it the five of you decided to do one thing and you do it all there? And when you bump on the heads?
Nah, we bumped heads. So I went to MRE College, and so we were all in the same school, and we would sing in class while teachers weren't there. So it would draw everybody to the classes. Then when the teacher comes, they'll scatter. So we kept on doing that till I left school. But we were not doing anything that period. We now went for Nigerians Got Talent auditions. Because we're not doing anything.
Okay.
So that's how we now.
Well, how hard was it to get into? I mean, it was the first season. I expect there were like so many persons who were coming up for the stuff. How did you guys even get into? I mean, how possible was it? You guys were like from Port Harcourt, and I mean, where were these auditions held?
In fact, it was held at Presidential Hotel.
Okay, the Presidential.
Yeah, but it wasn't hard for us because, first off, it was like I said, Greg was the leader. It was him and one other guy, Precious. They were always together. So they would do whatever and bring the information back to the rest of us. So they went to get the form and they were like, "We are going for Nigerians Got Talent." Whoa! But I was the youngest. I didn't really care. So I was like, let's do this.
Yeah,
so we didn't really care about competition or anything. We just wanted to go and sing.
Oh, wow.
So that was the fun of it.
Yeah, that was nice. Of course, being the youngest.
Yeah.
And how did the people back home take it? I mean,
They didn't even know about the auditions until we like at the semi-final stage where we got the letter that we're going to Lagos. And I had to take my mom. I grew up in Lagos, so I didn't grow up in Lagos, I was born in Lagos. So she was like, "Oh, we're going to." Okay. But for the rest of them, I have crazy stories.
yeah, right.
Crazy stories.
You couldn't just
No, not just let them go like that. No, it was 18. We always had to pray for them to let a member follow us. It was weird.
Right?
Yeah.
You were from a very religious home.
Yes, I was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's nice to know. So your experience was singing yourself. You started singing in a group, and then what happened? How did you become Giddyup, and then what happened to Impulse after the show? You guys.
So Impulse split after like some months after Nigerians Got Talent because everybody wanted to do their own thing. Everybody wanted to really do, not everybody wanted to do music, but just like two that really loved music enough to make it a career.
Okay.
The rest just split, so we just split and moved on with our lives. But I was already recording music on the before, while I was doing the whole acapella thing, I was recording music, but nobody was really hearing it. But once I think it was like a month to the first auditions we ever did for Nigerians Got Talent, I had put out music, Trinity. It was going hard. That was that type of song. Very.
Where can we find?
You can't find that song.
Where can we find it?
I can't even. Okay, I'm not sure. I can find the song, but it's nowhere.
Oh, come on, you have to give us something.
Oh,
I mean,
sure.
that was like your first original idea, right?
Probably when I caught the Grammy, that's when I released the
Oh,
song.
yes. We're not expecting that.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
we are. Yes, okay. So, definitely singing, and for you, folding wires. And lifting speakers. I mean, everybody has to have their low moments. And now, how is it so far? I mean, how would you say, how much and how far do you think music has personally impacted you?
I would say very much. Like, it has changed me, and my family has also impacted from it. So it's a very good thing for me.
Oh, so it's quite lucrative.
Yes.
It's a business. Maybe I should be a DJ, you know. I mean, I need to be changing
DJ
people's
Vivian.
lives. Oh my God.
Wild.
And one thing about being a DJ is, I mean, it's safe to say that DJs are people pleasers because they are always looking at the crowd and wanting to know what's up with them.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, have you ever had, is there, I don't know, but has there ever been a time where you had a divided crowd? Say, divided crowd in the sense that, you know, this is young and this is old, and then you're maybe caught in a struggle of how do I feed these people? I mean, what do I give them? Has that ever been something you've ever experienced?
Yes, I've experienced something like that. Like when you have the young boys and you have the matured men, then you know this one they want the old school, then they want the new gen, like the latest Afro. So what you do in a situation like if I just drop like one or two for them, I give the young boys one, I do like that. Before we know it, we're all vibing.
And with alcohol, everybody knows.
Mm.
Nobody cares what happens.
Nobody cares again.
Yes. And then, what impact? I mean, we talked and you talked about the fact that lyrics is a thing for you. I mean, music has to resonate with you personally, lyrically. And I think we'll share that interest. Talk to me a little bit about the music and the tracks that's actually impacted you personally.
Oh my days, like, okay, so Burna Boy. I woke up this morning to a reel of him doing his verse on what song was that? Big Seven, the last verse, and he was talking about how do you do again? And if I call you my brother, you best believe you're stuck with me. You waited since morning. I no go fit take you from nothing. So I beg you no disturb me. I know they carry overload. Like that to me, as a Port Harcourt boy, that to me tells me like there's a struggle getting to the top, right? You can't just be looking for people. You can't surround yourself with people who are always carry me along. They'll pull you back.
Yeah.
You have to move. When you get to the top, then it's easier to just lift people. So that resonated with me. That's why I really look for local content in music. It's always about what the artist is saying. Yeah, pretty much about what the artist is saying.
Yes.
That's how it is for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when you definitely being an artist yourself, there are artists that you look up to.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're definitely going to count Vulnerable Excited.
Please. Thank you.
We know definitely that you like Vulnerable. So what other artists, has inspired you over time, over the years?
Oh, it's Timmy K. Timmy K is a rapper. There is mostly Port Harcourt based, because when I started making music, these are people that could come across anytime. There's Youngster. There's this big name. He passed away. Diabetes. One of the members of Diabetes. Take one beer for my head.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I met him at a show and we had a conversation. It was like, you're going to go places, and that just so rest in peace.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, artists like that. Then also in the international thing, Drake.
Oh,
Drake.
Yes.
Then we have Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, for a rapper, Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye's soul.
Oh yeah, that whole energy of singing.
Yes.
Especially like this sexual energy. Just amazing. Yo, he just kills it. It's sad that his father had to kill him.
Yeah.
Sad story.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. DJ Henry, I want to talk to you about, I want you to actually talk to me a little bit about the competitions. You started original. Your startup was going for the competition already. I don't know, what are the struggles that a DJ could face in the industry here in Port Harcourt? What does it look like? What's possible? What's not possible? What has happened? What cannot happen? What's there?
Like in Port Harcourt now, the only issue which I know where all DJs are facing challenges the shows promoter, because they're not doing well. Because like for example now they might get a show, call you up, they might pay, they might not pay, they might give one excuse and say, come and do this thing for us. Don't worry, we are giving you that platform. If we're using platform, we won't be here.
Right?
Yeah, so at least, yes, you're giving me that platform, but at least let something be accompanied with it. Like, just say, oh yeah, just hold this one, let's just work together. Because if a promoter now is doing well for a DJ, once DJ gets to the top,
Definitely.
He's calling the promoter, please, let's go. We're together. So that's just, and another challenge again is most DJs, like I know so many DJs which they are very good, but they are not recognized. Either they're just one place and the events which is happening in Port Harcourt Olympics picking this kind of particular sets. Like what I did in Black Boss, I played in Black Boss for 3 months straight up to get the people. Then I decided that let me give people the chance to work together. And now I'm working with like almost 4 or 5 DJs. If they're doing very well, if I'm not around, I'm at peace. Unless my fans, I will say, where's DJ Henry? I've not seen it. But you being there, the music, everything is still perfect and the same. That's just it.
Yes, definitely people who don't give the others
That's the chance to work with them
and all that. I mean, that's humans, you know. There's a little bit of greed in everybody, and everyone wants it for themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how many DJs so far do you think you've encountered? I mean, during your almost a decade, I mean, could you possibly count? Is this something that's
there's so many, both our balls at the top and so many. Like I had one guest yesterday, Mr. Jello.
Oh.
He was at the club, so we vibed and we did our thing, and he was so good. He was so happy meeting me and doing his thing, and we all had fun. It was a blast last night.
With music, everything is definitely fun. And you've played in Lagos, you've played in Lagos Market, and you've done Taco Market. What's your preference? I mean, should we even ask that?
You don't need to compare now.
We shouldn't even try to compare. But at least, I mean, there's always a place or a thing, something that does it for you or does it for everyone. There's always something that you see, you be like, okay, I'm most comfortable here. Or maybe because the fact you born in Lagos, grew up in Lagos, you're trying to escape home just like every other person is. Because it's more crazy because most people want to start up here and then go down there. But you've been there.
I've been there and I've worked there, lived there. So what brought me to Port Harcourt was school, University of Port Harcourt, because I was looking for freedom. I didn't want to school close to the house. Mm-hmm. That's how it was.
You came to be popular.
Yes, in the port. I said, okay, yes.
You guys share the same alumni.
We're not notorious, please.
Very notorious. That's the thing. I think the world is definitely notorious.
Yeah. So
you found your freedom.
Yes, I found my freedom. So I was schooling. I was also working, doing my profession.
What did you do with freedom? I mean, apart from DJing and doing all that. I mean, for someone who was looking for freedom, once you had it, what were you doing with it?
I was doing so many things with it now.
Things that cannot actually be said.
No.
Okay. That's good to know. Okay, throughout your almost a decade, I never got to ask you. I mean, 2013 is definitely over a decade now. That's 11 years ago.
Yes.
Wow. So how would you say you've learned best? I mean, how would you say you've learned best with improving your, the way you write, the way you rap, the way you run your thing? I mean, how would you say you've learned best, or who, or how? Yes. I mean, the question is how have you learned best?
I always write music through my experiences, real life experience. So every experience has taught me new things, and I've always put it on music. Yeah, but I took a break from music for a year now. I haven't put out music since my last release. That was last year. So I'm taking a break for now. Music to focus on other things.
So why music? Why you? Why be a rapper? Why be an artist? I mean, of all things to be. I mean, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but why? I mean, what's the Was it gold? What was the intention? Was it drive?
It was money. I started recording so I can take my mom out of the hood. I grew up in Job. If anybody knows Job in Port Harcourt, you will understand. Yeah. So that was the motivation. I would see artists on RSTV as local TV, and I would be like, I can do better than this. So I did that actively every minute. My mind was there. My mind was in the business of music.
Yeah. So you were Trinity while you were with Impulse, and now you are Giddyup. Talk to me a little bit about how it changed. Simply, what happened? What was the decision about?
So we had this show that was supposed to happen in Lagos. It was by Dan Foster, rest in peace. But he wanted to just have me on the show. But I couldn't go without my guys. So I tried to see if that could happen, but that was never gonna happen. He didn't want to have to handle all of that. So I went because I got linked through someone close to me. So I went for the show, but by the time I got back, everybody was like, why did you go for the show? You shouldn't have gone for the event. So all that was into our problems that we had before we all split. So I just dipped and started making professional music as Trinity. But after I worked with that for a while, I was trying to register the name officially as a trademark, and I couldn't do that. They said it's related with the Godhead, so I couldn't register it as Trinity, so I had to change the name spontaneously. So the first word that came to my head was Giddyup.
Giddyup.
I just put it. I tried to look over the meaning because I didn't want to pick a random. So I looked over the meaning. It said move on. Like, yeah, that's it. I want to be able to move on from the problems I was having.
Right.
So I entered it in and it clicked, and I registered it, and I've been Giddyup since then.
Wow, very inspirational. So DJ Henry, why music? Why DJ? Why mix? Why want to please people musically? Why you? Why? I mean, there's always a reason behind everything.
Yeah, there's always a reason behind everything. That right from that my birthday, I've always had that passion to like make people happy, make people dance, see people dance and vibe. That's
So you were like party animal. You love to party. And you thought, why don't I head all the parties I go for? Why don't I be the one that control all the parties I go for?
No, I'm not in for competition.
Right.
Yes.
So how would you say you've learned best? I mean, from seeing the guy, seeing your first DJ that got you from the set to rolling wires and carrying speakers and mixing, and now, how would you say you've learned best?
Like I've learned so very well from him because watching him, then him giving him some tasks to do. Like there was one big event here. No worry, go and cover it. I'm traveling. Like,
is this your guy? The person you founded, is this still?
Yes, it's still in the game.
So shout out to him.
DJ2 Fresh.
DJ2 Fresh.
That was DJ2
Fresh. Shout out to you, DJ2 Fresh, for giving us DJ Henry.
Yes.
We thank you for that. Okay, thank you so much for coming, Giddyup. But before we even end, I mean, you're an artist, you're a DJ. Of course, it's a top 5. I mean, everybody has a favorite thing. I have a favorite. I am someone who doesn't have a favorite artist or favorite song. No, I have a weekly favorite.
Weekly.
That's me. I have a weekly favorite. I can fall in love with a particular track this week.
Then next week.
Over again. You know, And the way the artist mouth is being, that kind of thing, like extremely repeatedly. And then maybe the next week, who knows? Someone plays something that catches my interest and then it goes. So I mean, you have. I need a top 5. Is it lifetime top 5 or decade top 5 or is it weekly top 5? Who is like me here? Give me a top 5.
Do you want to go first?
You.
Whoever.
Alright.
Somebody just go.
Alright, so it's for me. I listen to music. Listen to music that's obviously lyrical content, but then it can't change because artists drop music every day.
Yeah.
So for my top 5, I'll start with Timmy K.
Pardon?
In no particular order, Timmy K.
Okay.
Kemio.
Mm.
Wonder Banton.
Ooh.
Malay. Burna Boy. Yeah. Those songs those artists are currently on my playlist. Yeah, I listen to them on my way here.
Mm.
Yes.
It's good to know. Timmy K.
Wonder Banton.
In no particular order. So we can say first, we can say list.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
God.
I'm sorry, that's not gonna be me. No.
Well, DJ Harry, please tell us your past, present, continuous, or weekly favorite.
My weekly favorite. I'll just say this is one of my best songs I like to hear every time. And I have one of recent which I fell in love with. Ego by Mobile and Chike.
Oh,
The lyrics is so touching. Then we have King Promise, Terminator.
Oh, that's a good one.
Then Davido, Hawaii, and then Feel. Then for the last,
2 songs from
yeah,
an album.
yes.
Okay.
Then on the Arya Star, Come.
Come
come
my
on.
lord, that's
Very
my
important.
girl.
Very important.
Why not? That's good to know. Well, thank you so much for talking music and talking about your lifelong passion. Could you imagine? I mean, toddler dream. I'm beginning to think, what was my toddler dream? What did I want to be when I was 5 or 6? I never saw any DJ, neither was I given a piano.
What of a model? You didn't see modeling.
Yeah.
No, I,
Totally.
I think I found mine a little bit, maybe a little bit older, say around 8 or 10. Because I grew up in a male-dominated house, so I didn't want to be like the boys. I mean, who wants to be like a boy when you're a girl? But it's good to know. I mean, the impact of music has been good, and the fact that who would know? I mean, parents definitely. Talking to our parents and the older generations, I mean, nobody would think that a DJ would be something that is that big.
Yeah,
Neither would anybody think that someone who sings song will really make it. The thing rapper would like, and all that. Like your parents will be like, what is going on here? Why is that a dream you've decided to do yourself? But it's past. I mean, this is 2024. Anything can literally happen. And this happened, Giddyup happened, and DJ Harry happened. And thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Talking music. This has been fun.